Terry! Is life quantifiable? Every breath, every beat of a heart? Do they count as tallies etched tirelessly into the stone of our existence until one day that stone is returned to dust? Is there a number, an algorithm underlying the spark of life? And if given the chance to know the arcane secrets of that algorithm, would you use that power for good? Or would you use it to calculate your pet's HP? Because that's what I would do! Look at this polar bear. He has no fucking clue what's going on. I ask myself, is there an analogous military that is somewhat bloated, often antagonistic, and seems to be the only thing that the leadership cares about funding? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any real-life examples of this. So I'm loosely basing it on the US military. Also, you could send me Kirby's phone number. I know he is real. Where are you hiding him? And I have yet to see a Super Smash Bros. Stage that includes a toilet. And I need to see where Donkey Kong pees. And I need to know where Donkey Kong pees. God, I was so close. And I need to know where Donkey Kong pees. Sorry, this is... So I did the only thing that would save David Bryan Gilbert. I locked the game in the box.
Oh my god, Crash Bandicoot!
Yup, it's me, Crash Bandicoot, and I'm here to help you with your video.
But they said you were busy. Here, have a pouched juice.
No time. The only way I can help you is if you go stand in that corner with your eyes closed for about 30 minutes.
Anything for you, Crash.
Moving up a step to the corporal, we've got the Galoomba. It's more mature than the Goomba, and also its name has an extra syllable and is way more fun to yell.
Look at this Galoomba.
Look at this Galoomba! Beyond this, there was nothing behind me to brand me as a true gamer for the stream viewers. So I mocked up a quick poster idea and sent it over to my coworker Pat for some illustration work, and used a little bit more of that sponsor money to purchase a large cloth banner.
Oh my god. It's perfect.
If you have a magical pet, what are you doing here? Go cast spells with your turtle. After reviewing the footage, I realized that when Crash Bandicoot said he was going to help with my video, what he actually did was systematically disassemble my pocket dimension and disappear. In Drompa's Pokedex, it says, if a child it has made friends with is bullied, it will find the bully's house and burn it to the ground. That doesn't have anything to do with that ability, but it is metal as hell. Also, you can still eat Dromp. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Diddy Kong. Who gave him a gun? Did he build the jetpack? That doesn't make any sense. He's a monkey. What is he? Why does he have such... Oh, yeah. This is satisfying. If you want to get in on this, you want to roll... Just put that in a bunch of dirt right now. I'm gonna roll around a little bit. Oh, incredible.
Are we gonna ride on the train like this to Coney Island?
Yeah, maybe. But we've culled it down to the perfect number to figure out our sexy monster. That's right, we got 69 left. Can I get a whoop?
Woo!
We'll work on it, Clayton. And finally, we have our field marshal, the 5-star general. Obviously, this person is going to oversee every aspect of Bowser's infantry, and it has to be filled with the most overpowered troop. So it's Ukiki. This shitheel of a monkey plays dumb, but he is the Sun Tzu of Bowser's army. Listen to these quotes. All warfare is based on deception. If your opponent is of choleric temperament, seek to irritate him. Steal their hats. The Duke's dear Freya. Yeah, she's a big spider, But she's the Duke's dear Freya. The Duke loves her. When has the Duke led you astray before? Come on, man. The Duke loves her. Give her a chance.
Do it for the Duke.
Do it for the Duke. The next monster is Evil Force, and I want you to just go ahead and wipe away all preconceived notions. Obviously, the name makes it sound bad. It also is terrible. Yes, it's time for the Dream Ballet. Come on. Under no circumstances should you be in a work setting and described as gaping.
Hey, yo, can I gape in here?
you guys might have a gape. And that concludes our onboarding seminar. Make sure to celebrate I just want to commend Fire Emblem for having 596 playable characters and only repeating 3 names. When I was hired for my first job at a climbing gym, I was one of 5 employees named Brian, and it was a small gym. But I guess it's pretty easy to cut out repetitions when you use dope-ass names like Skrimir, Dagdar, Sloof, Fjorm, Belf. I could go on all day. Here's hoping 2019 is full of wonderful games and even more wonderful experiences. Happy New Year. Oh! Oh my god, that is so hot! Oh my god! It was supposed to be prop water, Pat! Oh, I probably just like ruined this mic too. Jesus, Pat, I told you it was prop water. God. I'm okay. Asylum Demon, Stray Demon, and the Demon Fire Sage all have a move called Butt Slam. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, where'd Toadman go? Where's my guy Toadman? Toadman. He irrigates crops during drought. Very useful. Why'd they make him a toad? What is danger?
How about just me turning around?
And you got scissors.
Yeah.
What have you got?
We're talking about rap, we're talking about song. That means we're gonna be talking about musical theater. And that's a bit of a difficulty for me because I've never done musical theater before. I had to do a lot of extra research. This was like an extra week of time in this thing that we can... This slide wasn't in rehearsals, Patrick. But if you're gonna put me on blast, yes, I did musical theater in high school, but I don't think that counts for much. I didn't do much after that. I just like, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm an expert in musical theater. I haven't done anything. I was in an a cappella group, Patrick. Does that count as musical theater? I don't think so. We can go to the next slide, okay? Jesus Christ. Patrick, go to the next slide, okay? Go to the next slide. Next slide. Next slide, please. Go to the next. Patrick, how did he... Go. I'm not even on Facebook anymore, Patrick. Did my mom send you these? Go, next one, next one. Next one, next one. You can go faster. I can press the... Patrick, please, what? Just go. So Gesamtkunstwerks. The Tsuchinoko is a Japanese cryptid that is a snake that is fatter in its middle than on its head or its tail.
I just don't see why it's sexy.
You don't, Patrick, you gotta understand, it's not about what you could first see, right?
I mean, but even after that, what do you see after that?
It has a propensity for lying and for drinking alcohol. Patrick thinks it shouldn't be this high on the list, but fuck Patrick. And the third special unit in the infantry is the spectral unit, or the dry corps, because not even death can excuse you from service in Bowser's army. I do want to talk about the implications of this unit for a moment, specifically Dry Bones and Dry Bowser, whose naming conventions confuse and frighten me. When I die, will I become Dry Brian? Is a living Bowser wet Bowser? Why do Piranha Plant have bone in it? Your pet's personality will determine what class they fall into. Your pet is a rogue if they are rakish, mischievous, and spry. Cats tend to come to mind for the rogue category simply because they are always up in shit that they should not be up in. Turn away. No one needs to see this. Oh, I'm so dumb. I screwed it in the wrong way. You didn't want to say nothing? You looked at it and you knew? And you didn't say nothing? No! God, these are all so good. We're getting into the categories where I can't stop laughing. Serious. Snake Man. We're also going to be cutting the basics. Now these characters are boring or they just don't pass my personal test. I just didn't want to include them, all right? Look, I don't have to explain everything to you. I'm going through my rebellious phase. Can I say that? I wish that Crash Bandicoot would have hung out and watched Wild Wild West with me. I'm sure that wherever he is, he's putting all my stuff to good use. Thanks, Crash. But let's remember that Mario has been doing this for a long time. He's definitely got a little something mustached away. Telekinesis, baby. There's also Nightwolf, who is chill, disciplined, and can turn into a dog. He also can completely purify a being of their sins over time. So why spend hours of time in therapy confronting your flaws when you could just touch this dog, man? I watched a video online about how to fillet a porgy, and then I proceeded to do a spectacular job. Holy shit, he made it look so much easier than it is. Please don't do a close-up of this.
This is looking great.
I mean, compared to what, Patrick? Compared to what am I doing this well? The porgy prepped and everyone fully supportive of my great work. You know, the servant clown sometimes to two masters!
Now Italian.
That guy's... God, I don't know if I can... that dude's wearing a tight-fitting suit with a bunch of weird patches. It must be Arlecchino, the servant clown, sometimes the two masters. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Okay.
We don't have to use it, but we need to record it.
I love Nitro Man. I'm gonna be honest, I do feel kind of bad putting him into the sure category, because Nitro Man was built specifically to do motorcycle stunts in movies. The thing I really love about Nitro Man is that he's the president of a stunt robot club, which I think is just wonderful. I'll tell you what, Adam, we've made something that looks actually kind of okay.
I'm very proud of us.
Well, let's taste them. Okay, I don't want to get ahead of
Yeah,
ourselves.
I don't want to jump the
All
gun. Okay, where are we gonna go?
Let's start first with
the most
perhaps
beautiful?
the most beautiful thing we've done.
Oh, Daddy.
We're gonna have to throw this away because Pat said, "Oh, daddy," in an audible space. Die-hard fans will get upset with me if I say that this doesn't really matter to Sora's overarching story. But I'm gonna say it anyway. So this historical background is gonna just be up here, and all of that knowledge is just gonna kind of bleed immediately into Kingdom Hearts 1.
Nope. You gotta do Birth by Sleep. It's a prequel.
But is Sora in it?
No. No Sora.
Who's this guy then?
That's Vanitas.
Wow. So we still have about 26 recipes to get through. It's 4:30, and we have to be out of here by 6. We left some of the hardest recipes for last. We're gonna take some liberties. The 30 tenets of the Sonic the Hedgehog Bible. Look at them up there. Beautiful. Practically glowing with potential energy. The potential energy I shall release into a holy flame so that I might burn out the blasphemy from Sonic's modern iteration!
I think we should probably just take a couple minutes just like...
Okay.
Do you need water or anything?
Water, yeah, I think that'd be good. It's me. It's time for the special forces called the Funny Parade. It's the Funny Parade. You know about thwomps, but did you know that there are thwimps? And the womps have wimps? Thwimps and thwomps and wimps and womps and grindles and spindles and grolls. There's toxbox and flomps and romps and bumps and walleyes and wallops, and they're all pretty much invincible, and they will crush you without hesitation, like a cartoonish Sherman's March to the Sea. Jarth, you did it again! And that leaves us with the #1 book. It's not the lusty Argonian Maid. I feel like I should broach this subject. I'll tell you why I didn't include it in my good fiction list, and it's not because I'm a prude. Who doesn't love a little erotic lizard fiction?
Ooh, come on, baby.
Hey, I tell you not to do drugs, but if someone's smoking Trico, does that make them a bad person? Definitely no. I mean to carry on. My point in this verse is that alienating drug users makes things worse. Don't lock someone up if they take a hit, Mon-chan. And criminalizing addicts is a really bad plan. Big Pharma is the root of our country's problem with opiate addiction!
You guys feeling pretty full?
We've had 7 dishes really quickly.
I'm feeling upset that I've eaten like 70 dishes so far.
We've only got 10 left, and one of them is this, and we can look forward to that.
Stop pointing to it.
So, Kingdom Hearts, the first one, instead of going from 1 all the way to 12, is actually just gonna go from 0.5 to 5. And then we start 5 immediately at Kingdom Hearts 2, which will begin with Sora going into... What do you mean, nope?
There's 2 more.
Once again, I seem to have neglected a few interstitial pieces of Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, and also 358 Days Over 2, which is a totally normal title. It's totally fine because it just fleshes out Sora's hero's journey. And also, a different guy, and his name is Roxas. Let's have something that's slightly better, namely mushrooms and apples. And yet Kirby is granted powers well beyond his station. What powers, you ask?
I don't know, how about the power of flight? Does that do anything for you? It's levitation, Holmes.
And the final Special Forces team, it's the Stews. Strollin' stew. Strollin' stew. Soarin' stew. Soarin' stew. Swipin' stew. Smolderin' stew. I don't know if they're good at fighting, but they are good at being the best fucking characters in Mario.
I'm sorry, I feel like this fruitcake is like staring into my soul. It looks too much like me.
What the fuck did you do?
Exactly what it told us to do, Patrick. All right, so we're done with Roxas. We're back with Sora. So this should be a breeze. Kingdom Hearts 2. All right, he's already crossed the threshold. He does the test allies and enemies. That's just the Disney stuff. We're gonna skip it. He goes over, reaches the innermost cave. That would be the world that never was, where he faces off against the supreme ordeal, Xemnas, Organization 13. Seizes the sword. He gets the power to close Kingdom Hearts, and then finally the road back. They get home. They get a letter from King Mickey, the contents of which will be revealed in Kingdom Hearts 3?
No.
Fuck! In order to understand this a bit better, I googled Mario hyperinflation, and I got some exciting search results that were ultimately unhelpful. Togepi. You can fry them up, boil them, make a nice souffle, crack them over rice, heck, you can even slurp them down raw. And that's not even counting the ways you can use them in baking. So let's learn from this example, and make sure to take new additions to our favorite things in stride, even if it's these legs. I'm sorry, I can't in good conscience agree with that. I do not agree with those legs. I'm sorry. If you spray painted my legs blue, I could cosplay as this Sonic. Do you think I should do that? Do you think I should spray paint my legs blue for a Sonic cosplay? just half down Sonic. I'm not gonna do anything else to my body, just... What are the ramifications of a Sonic the Hedgehog game based on the Bible? The villain's tridecagon. The villain's tridecagon is definitely the key. The tridecagon of villainy. This is a 13-sided shape that goes one further than the dodecagon of the hero's journey. Basic storytelling. Did that work? I don't know. Ask Aladdin. Did the memo work? Why don't you ask Sebastian the Crab? You Norda boy. Oh, no. Great Grey Wolf Sif is a big wolf with a sword. Fuck yeah!